National Taxpayers Union.
National Taxpayers Union.
National Taxpayers Union Foundation.
National Taxpayers Union.
National Taxpayers Union.
People are so frustrated with prices right now, and they need to make that the laser focus of this administration.
But when they passed the tax bill in 2017, they had most of it expire at the end of this year. Unless Congress acts to extend it or change it or do something, this tax increase will happen automatically starting January 1, 2026.
Now we're at a point where these tax cuts are set to expire, and we need to remember how important they were in jump-starting the economy. And so if they're allowed to expire at the end of this year, that's going to be a massive tax hike.
There's a lot of better things that we can do besides subsidizing electric vehicles for wealthy Californians.
But we're always running the numbers, and we're champions and fans of any idea that gets the size and scope of government smaller.
Now, only in Washington is being allowed to keep more of your own money a giveaway.
People have just been walloped by inflation.
The one big beautiful bill, it's not perfect, but at the end of the day, it lowers taxes, it reins in the size of government, and it changes a lot of the government programs that have been built for years.
If you are making investments in the United States economy, if you are buying more machinery or farm equipment or so forth, then you have the proper tax treatment for those purchases.
The big three of business boosts, in other words, full and immediate expensing of equipment, a permanent research and development deduction credit, also the extension and making permanent a way that companies can write off certain taxes involved with large investments, because when the business activity grows, people have more money in their pockets.
Call your senators, call your representatives. Make sure that they know that you support keeping the Trump tax cut. Make sure they know that you support lowering the burden on everyday families in Illinois.
It's our job to talk about how this really impacts families.
Our deficit is out of control. We cannot continue this fiscal irresponsibility.
There is no cutting of Medicaid going on.
It makes those lower tax rates that we got in 2017 permanent, locks those in for families, for small businesses.
Why should you be paying for Californians' high taxes?
Really good that we avoid a $4.5 trillion tax increase at the end of the year. Really good that we lock in the TCJA and make permanent a lot of the really important pro-growth provisions from that law.
I think these are pretty common sense reforms. A jolt for the economy. We're talking about hundreds of thousands of jobs.
You don't have to raise revenues for government by raising tax rates. You grow the number of taxpayers. You grow the economy. You grow the manufacturing pie, the services pie. You innovate. All of those things create an economic environment where revenues increase to governments naturally.
I think that is an enormous improvement over the status quo. It's going to help our global competitiveness. It's going to create jobs. It's going to help to lower prices. That is the big, beautiful bill.